Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another Command Your Day. Hop on in the room. Hop on in the room. It is a new day. It's time to wake up and command our day. Hop on in the room. I hope that you had an amazing day yesterday. I know I did. Got a lot done. Good morning, short clips. Good morning to you. Welcome to Command Your Day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for hopping in the room. I'm Anika V. Brown. Welcome to my virtual space. This is our time together where we use words to breathe life into our day. We use affirmations to get our mindset in the right place, and we set our intentions for a productive day. Good morning, Steve. How are you? Hi, Socrates. How are you? Welcome. Hi, Tasha. Good morning, Teeks. Welcome to you all. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the follow button. Become a part of the family. Good morning. Hi, Hello Digital. Good morning. Hi, Anita. Good morning, Gwendolyn. Welcome to Command Your Day. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the follow button. Become a part of the family. If you are looking for a community that provides you with motivation, valuable insights, and practical strategies for success, you are in the right place. Hit the follow button, become a part of the family. Also, there's a link in my bio for you to join the Commanders community, which gives you access to additional resources that I don't post on social media. So be sure to hit the follow button. Also, visit the link in my bio and join the Commanders community so you can get access to additional resources that is really going to motivate you, give you valuable insights and strategies for success. Good morning, Rasta Now. Good morning to you. How are you? Thank you so much for all the hearts. Thank you for the daily heart me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hi, Esther. Good morning to you. Hi, Rhonda. Welcome. Oh, awesome. I love that. Hi, Julie. How are you? Good morning, Michelle. Thank you all so much for hopping in the room. Now, the first thing that we like to do when we come together, when we hop on here, is our gratitude exercise. So, you're going to drop 3 things in the comments that you are grateful for today. Let me know what are the 3 things that you're grateful for today. This exercise keeps us in the mindset of abundance. We're not worried about what we don't have, who's not here, what's not here. We're not thinking about that. We're being grateful for what we already have. So drop in the comments, what are the 3 things that you're grateful for today? It doesn't matter how small it is. It's a reprogramming of our minds that yes, we have all that we need right now, right? We're not concerned about lack and delay and all that stuff. We're not thinking about that. I'm grateful for life, family, and friends. Awesome. I love it. I'm grateful for love, joy, peace of mind. Yes, indeed. That word peace is one of my favorite words. And peace of mind is one of my favorite phrases. I enjoy having a peace of mind. Anything that is going to disturb my peace of mind, I don't want nothing to do with it. That is why my home is my favorite place to be. I love being home where I can experience peace of mind. I love that. So go ahead, drop 3 things in the comments that you are grateful for. What are you grateful for today? Again, this exercise is going to keep us in a mindset of abundance. The mindset of abundance. Angela says health, contentment, and family. Yes, indeed. I love that. I love that. I'm grateful for life, health, and strength. Grateful for my family. I'm grateful for you all that hop on here with me every morning so we can come together and motivate each other. I'm so grateful for you all, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to be on here to share my knowledge with you all. Grateful for life, family, and God's mercy. Yes, I love that. Now, while you're doing that, we have slated 2025 as the year of bold moves. And to maintain that momentum, I want you to type in the comments, I will make bold moves this year. I will make bold moves this year, right? We're not letting fear hold us back. We're not discounting ourselves, but we're making bold moves this year. Yes, we're making bold moves. So we come together and we keep that momentum going. And when we say that, we're remaining accountable to ourselves, remaining accountable to each other, because we're doing this together. Hi, Stephanie. Grateful for family, God, and peace. I love that. I love that, Stephanie. Good morning, T. Good morning. Right? So we will make bold moves this year. We're going to write the book. We're going to start the business, right? We're going to go back to school if that is your thing that you want to do this year. If you want to get the promotion, you're going to apply for it, and you're going to apply yourself so you can get the promotion. All right? You're going to apply yourself so that you can get that promotion that you're desiring. But yes, we will make bold moves this year, and we're making bold moves together. We are making bold moves together. Thank y'all so much for typing that. If you are new, I see a lot of new names. Go ahead and hit the follow button. We're live here every morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. We get together and we command our day. Hi, Elena. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for following. So you're going to hit the follow button. There's also a link in my bio for you to join the Commanders community. When you drop your best email in that option on the link that's in my bio, you get access to additional resources. And today's actually the day that I send out my email. So you have time to make it on the list today so that you will get an email from me today with additional resources and a recap of the notes that I'm going to go over for today. All right. Hi, Ray. Thank you so much for following. Hello, Jenny. Welcome to you all. So let's pray really quickly. Let's pray the 23rd Psalm really quickly before I get into the rest of the agenda. All right. Let's pray really quickly. The Lord is our shepherd. We shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside still waters. He restores our soul. He leads us in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil, for thou art with us. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. Thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil. Our cups run over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Amen. So that is the 23rd Psalm. For those of you, if you want to pray that on your own time, please do so. I encourage you to do so. Good morning, Wayne. Thank you so much for following. Thank you. Again, after you hit the follow button, there's a link in my bio that I need you to use to join my community so you can get access to additional resources. So after you hit the follow button, there's a link in my bio. You're going to click that link, whether you want to wait until the stream is over, but I want you to visit the link in my bio. Join the Commanders community so when I email out these resources today, you can be a part of my list and get access to it. All right. So let's keep it moving. It's time to elevate our mindset, time to elevate our mindset. And we do that by verbalizing a list of affirmations. These affirmations, they establish and they confirm who we are and the value that we carry. Now, even if you're not fully there yet, it's still important that you affirm these things because you are going to start to embody what it is that you're speaking to yourself every day. All right, we're focusing on becoming a better version of ourselves, and we're using affirmations to position our mindset so that we can respond physically to what we are speaking. All right, so I'm going to read through the list. You're going to repeat it to yourself, and then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. It tells me that you said it to yourself and that you're utilizing your own authority to create the version of you that you want to be. All right, so here we go. I am capable. I am responsible. I am grateful. I am focused on growth. I control my attitude. I am authentically me everywhere I go. I am worthy of God's best for me. I am patient with myself, and I am patient with others. I have compassion for myself, and I have compassion for others. I embrace positive thinking. I welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. I am courageous and I have peace. I forgive myself and I forgive others. My spirit is renewed. My mind is free. I have a success mindset. I have a clear vision. I am a discipline builder. I am accountable to my goals. I am innovative. I am influential. I am a winner. I am healed and whole. And today, I choose peace. Today, I choose joy. Today, I choose faith. And today, I choose to flourish. I choose to flourish. So these are the affirmations that we use every morning to position our mindset so we can take the day on with a positive outlook. Now, for those of you who are on my mailing list, I'm going to put these affirmations, put it on a PDF, and I'm going to send it out to my list today, my mailing list today. So be sure that you use that link in my bio and that you join the Commanders community so you can get access to the PDF of these affirmations that we use every morning. Okay? So even if you don't get to catch a live stream, you can still use these affirmations during your day. All right? Awesome. Let's keep it moving. Well, today is Revisit Saturday. So we're going to look back on the words briefly that we covered this past week and highlight the main takeaways that I want you to keep in mind. All right. Now, for those of you who are new here, we do a word of the day to remind us or to highlight to us what is important for us to know as we're pursuing these big goals and making major moves this year. We do a word of the day to remind us and to highlight to us the things that are important for us to know as we go on these pursuits. So today is the day that we revisit all the words that we've covered this past week so we can retain what it is that we're learning and apply it to our lives. All right. So the first word that we covered this past week was forgiveness. I want you to type that in the comments. Forgiveness. Forgiveness was the first word that we covered. This has been a healing week for a lot of us, right? For those of you who've been joining me all week, this has been an amazing week. All the words that we covered were super powerful, right? So the first word, yes, was forgiveness. And the definition is an intentional decision to let go of resentment and anger. Thank you so much for following Enjoy Life. Thank you for following. Remember to also use the link in my bio to join the community so you can get access to the additional resources. All right. Yeah. So forgiveness was the first word, an intentional decision to let go of resentment and anger. We highlighted the fact that forgiveness is not just for the other person, but it is for us, right? We're not just forgiving them just for their sake. We're forgiving them for our sake as well, right? If we're going to make quantum leaps this year, our hearts need to be free from any resentment or anger, because that thing can sit in you for a long time, and then at the wrong moment, it will all boil over and create an issue for us. So it's not just about the other person. We're choosing to forgive for ourselves, right? Unforgiveness is not just about holding on to something or someone in our hearts, but there's a trickle-down effect that impacts our overall life, our health, and our decisions. We talked about how there are a lot of people that right now they have heart issues because there's unforgiveness there. Somebody did them something a decade ago and they weren't able to let go of it, and it has caused them to now have heart issues. We talked about anger, how your blood gets so acidic, it could cause cancer. If you're so angry at somebody that did you something, that it could cause cancer. So we're not just forgiving for the person's sake. We have to forgive for our sake because it impacts our overall life. It impacts our health and our decisions, right? And we have to know that forgiveness will take intentionality. It's not just saying, oh, I'm just going to forgive. And no, you have to be intentional about it, right? You got to choose to forgive because your future depends on it. And not just your future goals, but your future happiness is dependent on how you handle the situation that, yes, it hurt you really bad. You're really upset about it. You're disappointed. You feel let down, right? But your future happiness depends on how you decide to handle this situation, right? How to handle the situation. And I also made clear that forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. So you have to be very careful in how you approach reconciliation after you forgive. You got to be very careful. If you notice that the person has not changed, I wouldn't suggest reconciliation, right? And yes, you can forgive them even if they did not change. You can still forgive them. Because again, forgiveness is not about the other person, but about you. So you can still forgive them even though you know they have not changed. And this is where you have to now make the decision as to reconciliation, which would be the next step after forgiving them. So if you notice that they haven't changed, you got to make a wise decision when it comes to reconciliation, okay? Right? Or getting back into a pot. I think that's what the term that I used this past week. Be very careful. Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. So be very careful, especially if the person has not demonstrated that they have changed. All right? And also keep in mind that this forgiveness work is setting you up for internal success as you pursue external goals. All right, so it's internal success. It's setting you up for internal success. So you feel more free on the inside, right? You're more open. You can do more because you're not burdened down by what you're holding on inside of you. So the forgiveness work sets you up for internal success as you pursue external goals. This work is so that you can have peace within you and not bitterness. Because bitterness is weighty. We're always thinking that, oh, it's just a thought or it's just a little emotion that we have. Bitterness is a heavy thing. When you decide to step out of bitterness, I guarantee that you feel like 10 pounds have been lifted off of you. It's very heavy. It's not just a simple emotion or just something that's in my mind that I'm bitter against this person. It is heavy. Bitterness is heavy and it weighs you down. It makes you tired. You can't function like you're supposed to function because you're bitter. So you got to understand that this forgiveness work that we all have to do, because we all have experienced something where somebody disappointed us, somebody let us down, somebody hurt us terribly, right? And most of the times we didn't do anything to deserve it. But this forgiveness work is going to set you up for internal success as you pursue your external goals. It's going to make sure that you have peace within you and not bitterness, right? It's going to ensure that you're not limited to the height that you can get to, because again, bitterness is weighty. It will pull you down. It will pull you down. But if you choose to forgive and you embrace peace, now you're not limited to the height that you can get to. So forgiveness is an important part of the journey to higher and getting more. The next word that we looked at was healing. Healing was the second word. Type that one in the comments. Healing was the second word. Healing was the second word that we looked at this past week. Now, if you want to go back and catch the complete live stream for any of these words that I'm talking about, they're all on my YouTube channel. I'm the Productivity Coach on YouTube, so you can subscribe to my channel there. Or you can find me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm Anika V. Brown on Facebook and Instagram. So if you want to catch like the full outline that I did on each of these words, you can go back and watch it on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. All right. So right now I'm just giving you highlights of the words that we covered. Yes. So the second word was healing, to make well again, to restore to health. Now, remember that healing is an ongoing process. That was the phrase that I echoed this past week. Healing is an ongoing process. You cannot sit back and say, I have to wait until I'm completely healed to start working on this goal, to start working on making the next major move in my life. You can't do that. You cannot sit back and say, oh, I have to wait until I'm completely healed. You cannot do that. Two facts that I highlighted that I want you to be aware of is that healing is ongoing and life is always happening. Thank you so much for the rose, Teeks. Thank you. Healing is ongoing and life is always happening. Always happening, right? There's something that's going to happen, but you got to keep going. You have to keep going. If waiting to heal is your stance every time something comes up, every time something happens. Thank you so much for following me on Instagram. I saw that. Thank you. If waiting to heal is your stance all the time, every time something happens, you may get delayed. You may get delayed. And you can't afford that. You got to heal as you go along. As you go after these goals this year, heal on your way. Heal on your way. Work the healing plan, right? I shared an example of a healing plan, so be sure to go back and catch that live stream of the healing plan that I utilize in my life, and you can follow that. So work your healing plan alongside your execution plan. On January 1, you decided that this is the year that you're going to write the book. And by the time we get to January 14th, somebody did something to you and disappointed you and let you down in a major way and hurt you really bad. But you cannot forsake what you told yourself that you were going to do on January 1. So you have to work that healing plan. I was blessed this past week with all the words. It helped me renew my spirit and refresh my soul. Awesome. Praise God for that. I'm happy that you show up consistently to get all the words. All right. Thank you so much for sharing that. So you have to work your healing plan alongside your execution plan. All right. Keeping in mind that healing is an ongoing process. So no, you may not heal overnight. You may not heal in the next 7 days. You may not heal in the next 3 months. I'm still healing from things that happened to me last year. But I cannot just sit down because there's another book to write. There's another course to develop, right? There are individuals that need my help, right? So I have to work my healing plan. So I am making time to heal, but I'm not sitting down on my goals that I have to accomplish. So work the healing plan alongside your execution plan. And again, if you want to get that plan, the healing plan that I talked about for myself, you got to catch the replay. All right. So work the healing plan alongside your execution plan and keep in mind that healing is ongoing. Never get lost in the cycle of life happening and you're just sitting on the sidelines waiting to heal, because life is going to do what life does. And I always share with y'all that the moment you get up and you decide that this is the year that I'm really going to do this thing, I'm not going to delay anymore. I'm not going to make excuses anymore. I'm really going to write the book. I'm really going to start the business. I'm really going to go back to school. The moment you give a sincere yes to that goal, life is going to start happening. All of last year, you had enough money to do all this extra stuff. But this year, you decide that, you know what, I'm going to go back to school. And all of a sudden, it seems like your money don't balance, right? You don't have enough to pay for the credits for this semester. All of a sudden, things start acting up. You had all of this time last year, and now you can hardly find time to study. That's how life is. So you have to have a counteract plan when these things happen. Because as soon as you say, yes, I'm going to write the book this year, all of a sudden you can't find time. Last year you were able to sit down and binge watch your favorite series. And this year you decide that you're going to write the book. And all of a sudden it seems like 24 hours just collapsed into 16 hours and you don't have enough time in the day to write the book. That's just how life happens. But you got to heal on your way, work the execution plan as you heal. All right? Don't sit on the sidelines and don't get lost in a cycle of life happened. Life is happening. Life is gonna happen. It's going to happen. All right? You cannot sit on the sidelines and say, oh, I got to heal first. That is a setup for delay and missed opportunities. The door is going to open and you're going to be sitting over in a corner saying, oh, I need to heal first. And there are doors that only open every decade or maybe every 20 years. So we cannot afford in 2025 to be sitting on the sidelines and life is just beating us down. No, we got to heal, work the healing plan, and work the execution plan so we can be in position when the door opens. We cannot afford to miss any opportunities this year because it could, just one missed opportunity could set you back 5 years. But if you're in position, that one opportunity can launch you into the type of success that you've been waiting 10 years to get to. All right? And I know everybody deal with situations different, but it is in your best interest if you really want to make major moves this year, if you really want to make major progress in your life, that you work your healing plan alongside your execution plan and do your best to be in position when the door opens. Do your best to be in position when the connection comes, the right connection comes your way. All right? Awesome. So that was healing. The next word that we covered was freedom. Freedom is the next word that we covered. Good morning, Victoria. Thank you so much for stopping by. Freedom was the third word that we covered. Freedom. You can type that in the comments. Freedom. Freedom is the next word on the list. Thank you so much for the hearts. Good morning, Francine. Thank you for the hearts, Miss D, Parent Resource. Thank you so much for the hearts. So freedom was the next word that we covered. And the definition is the ability to act, speak, and change without restraint. The ability to act, speak, and change without restraint. Now we stuck with a portion that said the ability to change. We stuck with that part this past week, highlighting that you have the freedom, the ability to wake up one day and decide to change. You have the ability to wake up one day and decide to change. We all have that ability. The ability to change the thing that we don't like, to change the situation that is making us unhappy, to change the way that we dress, to change the way that we think, to change the way that we handle our money. Whatever the changes that you desire, you have the freedom to change. And I share with y'all how I'm going through the 6 months of reinventing my life, like absolutely reinventing who I am, changing my closet, changing my environment, changing my thought process to a whole new level, right? A level that even scares me when I think that, man, to walk as this type of woman, this caliber of woman, like I made the decision that I'm going through this whole reinvention because I have the freedom to do that. And you have the freedom to do that. You can decide today that as of this day, I will no longer speak with such negative words concerning my life, concerning my business, concerning my family, concerning my relationships, right? You can get up and decide that as of this day, I will no longer limit the things that I'm capable of accomplishing. As of this day, I will focus on getting me all the way together, like the future me that I see in my head. You can do that. You can say the change starts here and now. The change starts today. You have the freedom to do that. We all have the freedom to do that. And again, I said, especially for us that lives on the western side of the world, maybe those in Middle East and they may not have that level of freedom and privilege to change as they desire. But for those of us on the western side of the world, like we can just get up today and say, you know what? Today, change starts. It starts here and now. Yes, change can be uncomfortable. It can. It can be uncomfortable. But you have to understand that if you want to do something new, if you want a life like you've never had before, you are going to have to change some things. Just accept that. So when the occurrence happened, you're okay with it because you've already decided that I want something new. I want more. I want to go higher. I desire to see more. Well, that comes with change. And the change may be uncomfortable, right? But yes, you have the freedom and the ability to change. So start recognizing where change is necessary and exercise your freedom to change. You may not do a drastic overhaul as I'm doing in my life. You may not do that, but recognize small things that you can change. And I share with y'all that the book that I'm currently reading, it's called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And he talks about making small incremental changes. And after a while, it will be a big change in your life. So utilize the compound effect and change the things that you are unhappy with in your life, right? And it doesn't have to be a drastic change if you're not able to handle that. Maybe it would shock your system, right? Maybe it will shock your system if you just get up on today and say, you know what, I'm going to change everything. It may shock your system. So that's not for everybody, but you can also utilize the compound effect and change small areas of your life at a time. Maybe for the next 7 days, you're going to cut out something out of your diet. Maybe for the next 7 days, you're going to adjust how you spend your money a little. Maybe this is the month that you rework your closet. Because you know what? Every day I want to show up like this multimillionaire CEO. Well, that's my story. So let me work on my closet. Anything in my closet that says struggle, anything in my closet that does not say executive, let's get rid of that. So you have the freedom, you have the ability to make these changes. Whether you want to decide that today is the day that the major overhaul takes place in my life, or if you're the one that says, you know what, I'm going to utilize the compound effect. I'm going to pick small areas of my life and just start to change as I go along, right? Change as I go along. But I want you to understand that you have the freedom, the ability to change. So recognize where change is necessary and exercise your freedom to change. And I promise you're going to love who you become. I am loving this journey that I'm on right now. I am absolutely loving it. It's not that everything in my life is perfect, but I am choosing to change the things that I can change, right? I've been praying the serenity prayer as well. That's probably something that you want to look up for those of you who desire change in your life. I'm changing the things that I am able to change, that I have control over. I'm choosing to change those things. All right? And change so I can get to another level of me, another version of me. There's so much more to you than you're right now. I want somebody to hear that. That's for somebody. There is so much more to you than where you're at right now. So I want you to stop limiting yourself and explore the more of you that there is. Explore the more of you that there is. So much more to you than where you are right now, than what you've settled to sit in. There's so much more to you. Exercise your freedom and explore that more of you. All right? Explore the more of you. So that word was freedom. The next word that we covered, the final word that we covered was obedience. Obedience. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. Obedience was the next word on our list. And again, if you want the full breakdown of the words that I'm going over, you got to go back and watch the live streams. They're on Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube as well. I'm the Productivity Coach on YouTube. So subscribe to my channel or follow me on Facebook or Instagram so you can watch the full teaching on these words. These are just a recap, and I'm going to send this out to my mailing list today. So if you haven't done so yet, use the link in my bio to join the Commanders community so you can get access to these notes that I'm going over today and additional resources as well. All right. Yes. So obedience was the final word that we went through for this past week, and it means compliance with an order, request, law, or submission to another authority, to hear or to listen in a state of submission. Now, we talked about the cost dimension that is connected to obedience. The cost dimension, what it will cost you to be obedient, to operate in obedience, right? To be and to operate in obedience will cost you something. It will. If you want true, authentic progress in your life, you'll have to obey, and obeying will cost you something, and you have to pay the cost, right? You will have to give up something to get to your next level and be obedient. You're going to have to give up something. There's just no way around that. You may not fit into the crowd with what you wear or what you desire to drive or the community that you desire to live in because you're being obedient to be a good steward in this season, right? To be a good, hi, Arena. That's okay. That's okay. I understand, right? So you may not fit in the crowd or fit in with the crowd in this season with what you wear, what you drive, or what you live in, because you're operating in obedience to be a good steward over your finances in this season. And that's okay. That's okay. You know what? For this season, I cannot buy the name brand thing. I can't show up in the name brand thing because I want to start investing. I want to open up an investment portfolio, and that is where I'm putting all my extra money. So you know what? For this season, I cannot buy whatever the expensive brand is, or I cannot go on a family trip this year because I really want to put my money in this investment account because I feel like something major is going to happen, and that's where I want to put my focus, right? So obedience is going to cost you something, and you may not fit into the crowd because you're being obedient to the instruction. And yes, they're going to talk about you. Yes, it means you're going to feel different for a little while, but you must obey the instruction if you want to make progress in your life. Your financial coach told you what to do, and you got to be obedient because one of your goals this year is to get your finances together, right? You want to buy the house. So when the coach tells you, hey, you got to cut this thing out, stop going there, stop shopping here, you got to be obedient if you want to get the house, right? I hope that is making sense to you. So you're going to have to let go of the coffee. You're going to have to let go of the monthly shopping spree. You may have to shut down the Amazon account because you want the house. So obedience is going to cost you something, but the reward at the end of it is worth whatever you have to give up temporarily. Absolutely worth it. So you have to be willing to pay the cost. And sometimes the cost is your family's going to look at you crazy for a season. But that's okay. I'm investing in this business. I'm not really sure how it's going to work out, but it's been on my heart and I want to have an additional stream of income. I want to have some control over my income. So I'm going to invest in this business. I'm going to give this a shot. Your family may not understand it because you have a good career. You're making good money right now. So your family may look at you crazy like, what you talking about? You're a nurse. You got money. You make good money. What you talking about investing in a business? So you got to be willing to pay that cost of people looking at you crazy because you're obeying the instruction that this is a thing that you need to start in this season, here and now. Don't wait another year. Don't wait another 6 months. Do it now. So you have to be okay with looking crazy for a season. All right. So another cost dimension would be relationships. We never want to leave our circles, even when we know that we've outgrown them. And there is such a thing as outgrowing your circle. There is such a thing as outgrowing your circle. Right? Yes, that circle was good for the earlier version of you, but you've been intentional about improving yourself. You've been intentional about learning new things. You've been intentional about positioning yourself for what you're believing for. So yes, that circle was good for the earlier version of you, but the new version of you requires new connections. And that's okay. I know, like, we feel guilty sometimes when we have to grow, when we have outgrown our current level. We feel guilty because, yes, they've been there for us. They've been in our corner, but they didn't decide to grow at the pace that you're growing. So it's okay. I know it's a hard area to be in. I've been in that area multiple times of my life because I'm hungry for growth and I don't want anybody to make me feel bad about that. I'm a high achiever. Like, I set my goals and I go after them and I accomplish them because it's important to me. So I've been in that space a lot of times where I've outgrown the people that I'm around because I want to grow. I don't do stagnation. Stagnation makes me sick. So I can't do it. So I'm always hungry for more information. I'm always trying to do something new because that makes me fulfilled. That makes me happy. And if you're in the same boat, don't feel guilty about your growth. Don't do that because your growth is going to help set somebody else free. Your growth is going to inspire somebody else to do better for themselves. So never get in a space where you feel guilty for your growth. You feel guilty that you've outgrown your current circle. Don't do that to yourself. As they say, don't dim your light to please somebody else. Don't do that. That's another trap for delay. That's another trap for setback. Because you didn't speak up and show the value that you carry. The person, the investor that was in the room did not hear you open your mouth and speak. And they were looking for your talent. They were looking for your ability. They were looking for you, but you decided to dim your light because somebody said, oh, you're moving too fast. You're growing too fast. You're doing too much. And you didn't open your mouth and you just missed that opportunity. I hope this is helping somebody. I'm getting off notes here, but I hope this is helping somebody. I really do. I hope that you're receiving this. Don't dim your light because the person that's looking for you, and yes, you've been in your room praying for that opportunity. You've been fasting for that opportunity, and you get in the room and you don't say anything because somebody said to you, you're growing too fast. You're doing too much. And you miss the door that you've been praying for. Like, this is reality. People miss opportunities because somebody said to them, you're growing too fast and you're doing too much. Slow down a bit. I don't want to slow down. I have a destination to get to. And I've struggled to get to where I'm at. I've been through hell and high waters to get to where I'm at. I've done the midnight work, the late night work to grow to the level that I'm at. So if you're telling me to slow down, I just wasted my time. And that's something that when I talked to my daughter about college, like, she's 17 years old, and we were having conversation. Now, I don't want her to go out of state to a college. I don't want that. I want her to stay in New Jersey, right? I'm going to whisper because she's probably listening. I want her to stay in New Jersey. But when we're talking about her college, she would say to me, I didn't do all of this work and stuck with honor roll and do all of this work to go to a community college. That's what she would say to me. I didn't put in all of this work not to get the right scholarship that I deserve. That's what she would say to me. And that's how I want you to think of yourself, right? As you're going for these big goals. Like, I didn't make all of these sacrifices for somebody to come and tell me, slow down, you're doing too much, you're going too high, you're moving too fast, right? I didn't do all of that work for you to tell me that. No, I'm going to shine. I'm going to do what I do, right? And that's how I want you to think about it. When you get in the room, show your gifts and your talent. Good morning, Sammy. Thank you so much. When you get in the room, show your gifts and your talents. Not from a place of ego, but from a place of understanding the value that you have, right? The value that you carry. Let me get back on my notes. So understand that it's okay to outgrow your current circle. That's okay. And it's not that you're separating in hatred. You're separating because there's another destination, another level that you want to get to, that the people that you may be hanging around are not ready for that yet. They don't want to go there. They don't want to go in that direction. And that's okay. That's okay. We're not going to hate on them. We're not going to say anything negative about them. But also, we cannot allow their settling for where they are cause us to settle with them. Because you're setting up yourself for frustration. You're setting up yourself to not have peace, because that deep desire inside of you for more and to grow, it's going to stay there. God gave it to you for a reason. He gave you that desire for the business or that idea for the business for a reason. So it's okay if you outgrow your current circle. They were good for the earlier version of you, but the new version of you requires new connection. Requires new connection. The thing that we're praying for is waiting for us in that new group, that new place that we need to connect with. All right? And stop making excuses that you're an introvert, right? Stop saying that. You got to let go of your old habits. You got to be able to let go of your old habits. Stop saying, oh, I'm an introvert. I can't go into a new group. I can't go into a new community. I'm awkward in social setting. There's so many lessons now out there that you can either go on YouTube or on this platform. How do I interact in social setting, right? How do I strike up a conversation with a new person? You always say that, Stephanie. Well, for this new version of you, you're going to put that to the side. Right? You're going to put that to the side, because the thing that you're waiting on, the thing that you're praying for, is outside of your comfort zone. It is. So stop saying that you're an introvert. Stop saying that you're awkward in social setting, right? Stop saying you don't know how to fit into the crowd. And that would be your point of research. How do I strike up a conversation? How do I represent myself well in a new group? How do I do that? You can research all of that, and you pick 2 or 3 pointers and you test them out. You test them out. As I said, go to the Starbucks. Maybe you usually just do the drive-through. Go inside, sit at the table, bring a book with you, read the book. I'm sure somebody's going to say, oh, how's that book? And actually have a conversation. Right? The thing that you're praying for is in a room that you haven't been in yet. And you haven't been in that room yet because you're saying things like, oh, I'm an introvert. I'm awkward in social setting. Right? This new environment with my reinvention that I am doing now, that the 6 months change that I'm making in my life, there's a specific place that I'm now visiting on a weekly basis. And depending on the time of day that I go there, if I go there very early in the morning, I'm the only person that is my skin color that's in the room. Or there probably one or two other person. And I don't feel uncomfortable at all. I do not. Because I understand that the change that I'm looking for is in a place that I'm not familiar with. Right? And I have to be okay with that. I have to be okay with that. I'm open to that. I'm open to that. All right? So stop saying you're an introvert or you're awkward in social situation. And if you are, there's so much lessons out there that you can learn to change. To change. If you really want new, if you really want higher level, you're going to have to make some changes. All right? You're going to have to let go of the old practices of I'm shy, I'm a little bit intimidated, right? Let go of that. It will not serve you in your new place. It will not serve you with these bold moves that you're trying to make this year. It won't. It won't serve you. So you got to let go of them. All right? Yes, Arena. But we got to get over that. We have to get over that if we're going to make major moves. You're welcome, Stephanie. You're welcome. You got to make the decision to let go of the old you and the old circle that may not be ready for where you're going. And then again, the environmental cost, there's an environmental cost. Like I said, this new place that I'm visiting on a weekly basis is different, but it's okay. It's okay. This difference is okay. It's something that I can handle, right? So there will be environmental costs to obeying as well. Whether you want to move from where you are, maybe that's a physical address, right? Or a shift in mindset or a shift in social setting. Like I just said, there's a shift in my social setting because I want to explore that. I want to explore that. Or a shift outside of your comfort zone, or a shift in your mindset. I'm no longer going to think like that. I'm going to see myself as the future me, and I'm going to show up like the future me. You don't have to wait until you become the CEO to show up as a CEO or learn how to speak as a CEO. You can do that today. You can do that today. All right? But understand, obedience is the word that we're on. Remember that obedience comes with cost, comes with a cost in multiple areas of your life, whether it's environmental, your social setting, whether it's relationships, right? Whether it's the instant gratification, you're going to let go of that so that you can really invest in what you're trying to invest in. But there is a cost. Pay the cost so that you can get to your next level of success and the next version of you. The version that is ready to grow, ready to do more, ready to go higher. All right? And I know there's the concern of what will people say? What will people think? Keep in mind that your call to obey, it was not a conference call. Nobody else was on the line when God told you in your dream, hey, you got to handle your finances well. There's something up ahead. It wasn't a conference call, right? When you got the instruction from God to start the business, it wasn't over a loudspeaker. So your family may not understand it because they weren't there. It wasn't a thunderous sound coming from a loudspeaker. Hey, start the business, start the organization. It wasn't over the loudspeaker. So it's okay if they don't understand. That's fine. If they don't understand, it's okay. Just be sure to listen to the still small voice that you're hearing that's giving you instruction on what direction to go in, what's the next move that you need to make, and obey it. Obey it. All right? My goodness, it's almost been an hour. The time just slips by when we're on here. All right, so I'm going to email out these notes that I just went over. So if you want access to them, use the link in my bio. The link says New Dimension Consulting. That's the name of my business. If you click that link, it's going to take you to my digital store. drop your best email in the section that says Commanders Community. I'm going to email out these notes today. So if you want to be on the list to get access to these notes, go ahead and do that. All right. Go ahead and do that. If you want the full breakdown of all these words, you can catch the videos on my other platform. I just read 1 Kings 19:11 through 12. God told Elijah he was in a still small voice. Okay. Yes. When he was in the cave. Yes. He didn't come in a fire, didn't come in a storm, but it was that still small voice. Yes, indeed. I love that story. I love that story. I do. I really do. That's a good read. That is definitely a good read. All right, let's set our intentions. It's almost been an hour already. Oh my goodness. The time goes by so fast. Hit the follow button if you haven't done so yet. Use the link in my bio to join the Commanders community so you can get access to these notes that we went over for today and additional resources. Now, let's set our intentions for today. I want you to think about that big goal that you're working on for this month. Consider 3 things that you can do today to get you 3 steps closer to that big goal. Okay, awesome. Awesome, Sammy. TikTok is having me do a puzzle. If you're on here for an hour, they make you do a puzzle to confirm that it is a human that is hosting a 1-hour live stream. So funny. All right, let's set our intentions for today. Think about those 3 things that you can do today that will get you 3 steps closer to the book being written, the business being launched, you being back in school, you positioning yourself for the promotion, whatever the big thing is that you're working on for this month. What are 3 things that you can do today? Can you make a phone call? Can you do a research? Can you update your resume? Can you go get the EIN number for the business that you want to start? What are the 3 things that you can do today that will get you 3 steps closer to your goal becoming a reality? I want you to get those things done today. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. Just get them done before midnight. Okay? Get those 3 things done before midnight. You can actually change your setting to a longer time. I just changed mine. I didn't know that. I got to check that out. Yeah, I have to check that out because I'm spending way more time on my streams, especially on the weekends, which I don't want to rush on the weekends. I enjoy being on here with you all. So I got to look into the settings and change that. Thank you so much, Sammy. Thank you. Now, for those of you, go in screen time. Okay, awesome. For those of you who need additional help with setting your goals, executing your goals, you can enroll in my mentorship. The link is in my bio as well for the Action Accelerator. If you're really serious about going to the next level, but you need help with setting goals, executing those goals, remaining focused on the goals, you need systems and strategies. The link is in my bio for the Action Accelerator. I absolutely love getting reports from my mentees of how well they're doing, the goals that they're executing on, things that took them years. They were trying for years to get it together, but the systems and the strategies that I share in my mentorship gave them the breakthrough that they needed to get things done that they've been trying to accomplish for years. I love getting those reports. I love getting those responses. So if you're in that space where you have a goal that you've been struggling with, you're not sure how to set a realistic goal, you're not sure how to cultivate the mindset that is going to help you to accomplish this goal, the Action Accelerator is perfect for you. The link is in my bio for you to enroll in the Action Accelerator. If you go to my bio, go to the link in my bio, and the investment is not what you're able to do right now, and you need a payment plan. If you need a payment plan option, I want you to DM me. Don't sit back and sit on these goals because you're not able to make the full investment at once. DM me if you need the payment plan option. I already have a mentor and join, but I really love to be your mentee one day. Okay, awesome. That's all right. That's good. As long as y'all are getting the help, I just want to make sure that you are getting the help that you need. My life changed when I decided to hire mentors and coaches that could give me a blueprint, a system that will help me to get ahead. So if you have somebody that's already helping you, that is amazing. I celebrate you. But if you don't, you can definitely join my mentorship. Making bold moves is something I applied to myself and was able to step that big step. Yes, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. So for those of you, if you're interested in enrolling in my mentorship, you can DM me if you need the payment plan option, or you can go ahead and use the link in my bio to enroll. As soon as you enroll, you get immediate access to all the lessons and the bonus materials that comes with the mentorship. All right. If you have any questions about that, DM me. I do respond to my DMs, or there's an option in my bio for you to email me, whichever works for you. Just don't sit back and not work on those goals that you have, because by the time you turn around, it'll be half the year, right? It'll be summer really soon. So do not sit on that goal that you're trying to accomplish because you don't have the strategy to get to the goal. The strategy is available. Somebody knows how to get to it. So you got to get the help that you need. So see the link in my bio for the Action Accelerator. If you need the payment plan option, DM me so we can work that out. All right, let's make some decrees really quickly. It's been more than an hour, but I've had an amazing time with you all. Absolutely amazing time with you all. All right, let's make some decrees. We know that life and death lies in the power of the tongue. What you speak is what you will see. So we're very intentional about decreeing all powerful things over our lives. So I'm going to decree. Oh, you're welcome, Mirena. You're welcome. I'm going to decree for all of us, and you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that, because there's power in agreement. So here we go. I decree that all things will work together for our good. I decree that the plans of God to prosper us and give us hope and a future is made manifest. I decree that God has given us the power to make wealth, and not many days hence we will see tangible results in our hands. I decree that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. I decree that God will supply all our needs. I decree that God will open up the windows of heaven and pour us out a blessing that we won't have room enough to receive. I decree that we prosper and that we're in good health, even as our souls prosper. I decree that God's grace will abound and we will have all sufficiency in all things and in every good work. I decree that we have good success. I decree that we eat the labor of our hands. I decree that our case is different. We have favor with God, which gives us speed. I decree that we're happy and it is well with us. And I want you to type that one in the comments, and I want you to make it personal. I am happy and it is well with me. I am happy and it is well with me. I want you to type that in the comments. Even if you don't feel it, keep saying it until you feel it, because you have the power and the authority to shift your internal atmosphere. I am happy and it is well with me. Keep saying that until you feel it. I am happy and it is well with me. Yes, indeed. I am happy and it is well with me. And here's the last one on our list. I decree that we are empowered to prosper in our walk with the Lord, according to the blessings that was released to Isaac in Genesis 26:13. We will become rich and our wealth will continue to grow until we become very wealthy. I believe in that. I'm believing for that. I'm believing for all of us that we will see the manifestation of these decrees in our lives. And that is how we program a productive and a successful day. Our mindset and our intentions are set for today, and we know that anything is possible when we have the right mindset and the will to do what we say we're going to do. So get those 3 things done today. Again, if you need more assistance with goal setting, goal execution, cultivating the mindset to actually go after these goals and make these bold moves this year, my mentorship is open for enrollment, the Action Accelerator. Use the link in my bio to get access as soon as you enroll. All the lessons and the bonus materials are released to you so you can get started working on your goals. I want you to take the day on with faith and expectancy. Expect good things. Expect answered prayers. Expect promotion and increase to come your way. Because again, anything is possible when you have the right mindset and the will to do what you say you're going to do. If you haven't hit the follow button yet, please do so and join us right here. I'm live here every morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You can also catch the restream at 8 a.m. on all my other platforms. I'm Anika V. Brown everywhere. I want you to visit the link in my bio. Be sure that you get your information in the best email that you have so that you can get access to these notes that we went over today, and some additional resources will be coming in that email as well. Thank y'all so much for your time. Thank you for sticking in with me over an hour now. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate your participation in the comments. Thank you so much for all the hearts. Thank you, Sammy, for that information. I'm definitely going to try to change the setting on that. Have an amazing day. I'll be back in the morning. Thank you. You as well. I'll be back tomorrow for another Command Your Day. DM me if you have any questions at all. I do respond to my DMs. All right. Bye for now. Have an amazing day. Go be great.